What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This one's from Bandit Motion Pictures, who makes some pretty quirky indie horror, strange movies. This one is called Plank Face, and this is the limited edition Blu-ray available through the Bandit Motion Pictures website. It's hand numbered to 1,000 copies. I have number 756. This movie is about a weird group of people who live in the woods. The movie opens with them interrupting sex on the hood of a car, and there's some murder involved, and then we kind of flash forward to another couple who happens to be out in the woods, and the guy goes to get firewood. He ends up getting choked out by this weird guy wearing a strange log mask. When he wakes up, his girlfriend is being raped, but he's not going to just stand by and let it happen, so he runs up and sticks a knife up the guy's ass. And so yeah, the movie opens with anal knife rape, so good on you, Plank Face. So the guy's dead, but the dude who killed him ends up getting knocked out by a hot chick in a rabbit mask. And when he wakes up, he's kind of being held prisoner by a group of these weird, dirty, dirt, shit, blood-caked girls. And they want basically him to take the place of the guy who was wearing the, log mask. So the movie kind of deals with them trying to break him down and make him be a part of their lifestyle, and not so much be a prisoner, but kind of take over for the guy who died. I know a lot of people have complained about the fact that the transition in this movie goes really fast. He goes from being completely against them and them ruining his life, essentially, to him just accepting them, and becoming one of them. I just think you only have so much time in a movie, and when you need to get to the things that really matter, sometimes you have to cut corners to get there, and I think that's what happened here. It definitely has an impact on the narrative, but it's not a huge negative. I think the story still works. This movie does not have a lot of blood in it, but it does have a few scenes of pretty nice splashy gore. It does have a lot of nudity in it. The girls are naked pretty much all the time. It's very vivid, graphic nudity. The guy is naked a lot of the time too, so you get to see all of his junk in all of its glory. So if you're easily offended by the peen, this maybe wouldn't be the movie for you. The sex scenes are not overly graphic, but they do have some pretty intense moments. He has some rough animalistic sex with one of the girls that was pretty memorable and remarkable. You don't see scenes like that a lot in any kind of movies, so it was pretty interesting to see that. As far as the storyline, it is a little bit I don't know, it's not super great, but it's definitely effective. The movie itself has some great atmosphere. These weird wood people, hill people are really interesting to me. I love weird inbred rednecks, hicks that live up in the woods with these weird lifestyles. So I'm just definitely interested in it from that perspective. It's definitely a dark, creepy movie. If you're into kind of offbeat indie horror, I would definitely recommend checking it out. The Blu-ray edition from Bandit Motion Pictures, it's a new movie, so I mean the transfer looks fantastic, pretty much flawless. It's got a behind-the-scenes featurette, audio commentary track, gag reel, deleted scenes, trailers. If you're interested in the Blu-ray copy, I would definitely head over to the Bandit Motion Pictures website. Again, if you miss out on it, if it's sold out by the time you get there, you can pick up the DVD. But I definitely recommend picking up the Blu-ray. I think it's definitely worth it. The movie itself I can recommend to anybody who's into quirky horror, offbeat horror, or indie horror. It's definitely a strange one, but it's also very well made. It definitely has great atmosphere. It's got really good performances. And it's difficult to have great performances in indie horror, period, but let alone when the roles require kind of a lot of non-verbal acting. I didn't expect them to be this good, but they're actually really good. So I definitely recommend Plank Face. Definitely check out the Bandit Motion Pictures website. They have a lot of other cool indie horror and just indie, cult type movies there. Definitely check them out. If you like this review, please check out my website, markfusion.com. I've got a ton of other horror, cult, indie reviews up there, as well as video games, anime, TV shows, Lifetime movies, all kinds of stuff. I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at markfusion. You can see what I got coming up, or if you want to recommend something to me there, check me out there. If you like the channel, please do sub. That way I don't end up having to become the leader of a bunch of chicks that are naked and covered in shit and dirt and blood. That's not what I want to do with my life, so you subbing to me could definitely help me avoid that dark fate. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.